live. Mm-mm. Hit that like button when you get in here, man. Hit that like button. Scotty Boy said 4 rig games in a row. Yeah, man. The Lions, Chiefs, Ravens. That one annoyed me. That Ravens game, and now the Eagles. Mm-mm-mm. That's 2 in a row for the Eagles too. Except with the Cowboys game, they messed around and choked it away and just gave the game away late when they was up double digits at halftime and they could have just closed it out. And they had numerous opportunities to do so. This game, they ain't doing shit. And they gonna show all the angry Philadelphia fans. Lions was a Vegas call. 87% of money was on them. Yeah, the biggest thing about that one, I was thinking like they always lose on Thanksgiving. That seems to be the thing with the Lions. Most shocking game was the Chiefs. I agree. I 100% agree with that. I had a feeling like, hey, they gonna win this game. They gonna mess around, win this game. Cowboys gonna lose. It's gonna be a shootout. No, Dallas is still winning games, even when it starts out badly for them. They've been turning it around and somehow finding ways to win these games. And it's clear now after that loss that the Chiefs just had that they're cooked. No Super Bowl. They're out the conversation. Maybe playoffs, but they cooked. They're done. It's clear. Clear as day. Clear as day. I wouldn't be surprised if Philly scored one more time just to make the score look better. Yeah, Devontae Smith think he's out. He's not even throwing to anybody. Like what are we doing? And if it's like this all the time for AJ Brown, I can see why he would be asking for a trade. Because that pass was a good 5 yards behind him, at the very least. So Chiefs wasn't a shark. He was told after dude passed that the Cowboys were winning out. Mm, we'll see how far it takes them. Maybe they do this whole NFC Championship game thing where they play the Rams, but I don't see it going anywhere past that. If they did go to the Super Bowl and if they won, that would be insane, and we would have to endure a whole off season of annoying Cowboys fans, and that's the last thing any of us want. But if thinking about it though, if they did play the Rams, the Cowboys, that is, Nealon did die at 24. Team that they would play in this situation would be the LA Rams. Obviously, the LA ties with Kobe and the number he wore. So, there's that. And then you tie in the Luca trade from Dallas to LA. There's that Dallas LA connection. So we'll see. We shall see. I really hope that's not the case, but we shall see. And as far as Kansas City goes, they going to have to win some of these divisional games. That's the biggest thing for them now because they've lost to the Chargers and the Broncos. Obviously beat the Raiders, but who hasn't at this point? If they even want to be in the conversation, because one more divisional loss, they done. Really, one more loss, period, they're done. But a divisional loss, that's like a dagger for them. Hmm. So if there's upsets galore Thursday and today, are we going to see the same thing on Sunday, or is it going to be, I don't know, more status quo what we would expect? Because I don't think this is going to be the whole weekend of just NFL games, just upset after upset after upset. Sure, there's going to be some on Sunday, but I don't think it's going to be anything like we seen yesterday. Like now we got to take Chicago for real, apparently. And I did think about the fact that the Packers end up winning that game. I was like, damn, Chicago probably has to win that game too for the sake of the divisional race. As for Detroit, they really hurt themselves because they shouldn't have lost that game. They really shouldn't have lost that game. That was real crucial for them as far as it goes for their season. That's two losses to the Packers already, so you don't even have that tiebreaker if your records somehow do align. So yeah, that hurts them big time. As for the Eagles, I don't know how long they're gonna keep losing. They got a touchdown, but I don't really think it's gonna matter much. But as for the Eagles, if they keep losing, that opens the door for the Cowboys, who did beat them in the second head-to-head matchup. So that is something to think about. I don't think it's a possibility. I think the Cowboys can get in on a wild card, but there is a slight chance, very slight chance. Lions of Vegas cash cow this year. They make the call for the Lions to lose when all the money's on them. Mm. Someone was also telling me about the Lions why they always play on Thanksgiving. They have a bunch of sponsors and stuff like that, and that's really why the Lions have always been showcased on Thanksgiving. Cowboys, we know America's team. That's self-explanatory. Jerry Jones, etc. Lions, because they got a lot of sponsors. I did not know that. I always wondered why is it that the Lions always played on Thanksgiving, especially when they was bad. Now that they good, it makes a little bit more sense. But especially that winless season, they still on Thanksgiving. It's like, what are we doing? So the Eagles are not Super Bowl bound. They got by with the running game and defense. I know they weren't going to repeat. They certainly weren't going to repeat. That was already out of the question. The Lions going nowhere. Yeah, they Super Bowl was the NFC Championship game a couple years ago. Niners winning the Super Bowl. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I don't think they finna do this for the third time. The host team wins in their home state. I don't think so. Maybe some other time in the future, but I don't think it's gonna be the Niners. Rams are the team to beat. I can see the Rams going to the Super Bowl. I can see that. Certainly see the Rams. That's a team I'm keeping an eye on, especially for the things I just said about the whole Dallas thing. The Lions fire their coach end of next season, take it to the bank. If they do that, they're gonna be sorry again. Because I highly doubt they'll get a good replacement. And they'll be back in the gutter. Redskins crush the Lions. That's the last time we see them in an NFC title game. Rams versus Bills. Man, you know how I feel about the Bills in the Super Bowl, man. I'm not sold on the Bills winning the Super Bowl, man. If they go, they're gonna lose. John Cliff Kingsbury, New York Giants head coach. That'd be nice to see. That'd be exciting on the offensive side of things, assuming people got to stay healthy and stuff. That would be nice to see. Scat can't get no CTE. Blackson, he can't get CTE, can't be getting concussions. That'd be nice to see. Do the Niners make the playoffs? They can. It seems for whatever reason, despite the injuries, they they keep winning games. But the division they in, it don't help. Seattle, LA Rams, any other division they'd be fine, but this division they gets a little shaky. Dan Quinn hired his Atlanta crew back, Raheem Morris and McDaniels. That'd be interesting to see. Because Raheem Morris isn't head coach material. He's a good coordinator, but not a head coach. Same with McDaniels. Oh yeah, man, hit that like button. We got 16 people in here, man. Hit that dang like button. RKO it, curb stomp it, choke slam the like button. I don't care. 619 it. Hit that like button. Looks like Dallas might go on a run. A win over Kansas City would definitely be convincing to believe so. Do I see the Bears making it to the playoffs? Yes. I think I said before the season, I think the Bears are going to make it to the playoffs. Raheem as a D coordinator would be a huge upgrade. It would. And they got a new stadium coming up soon, so they need to start winning some, having some winning seasons, getting the buzz up and everything like that. Make them think they're gonna win the Super Bowl, even though they're probably not. They need to turn it around after this year. Dallas will lose in the second round. I hope so. I really do. Eagles lose to the Rams. Yeah, I think whoever the Eagles play, they gonna mess around and lose in the playoffs. Whoever, whatever that first game is, they'll lose. As for Dallas, I can see them winning the game. At the very least, a game. Say the Bills going on a run. We'll see about that. So Lamar not winning nothing. I already said I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. That loss to the Bengals really hurt them. They probably gonna split though. I will say that they probably gonna split. But that loss did hurt. And I expect Pittsburgh, they're gonna have a loss or two here or there too. It's good living legacy. What am I sipping on? Tea. What do I think of the Pats' current run? Unexpected. I expected a winning season, but not this. I expected a 10-win season, them being one of the best teams in the league. Drake may possibly win an MVP. I didn't see any of that. But it's cool. I don't mind it. At least it's not Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Mm. Just think if they had hit that extra point, this would be a one possession game. That's crazy. Well, I picked to win the Super Bowl, Green Bay Packers. Tell Lamar is not a good pocket quarterback. That is super cap. When he has to sell, that's when he does all the stupid stuff in the pocket. Where he'll sit in the pocket when there's all this green grass. He should run. He just waits to get sacked. You could tell. You could tell. He'll like hesitate or act like he gonna run and then not and then pass when he should run. He runs into defenders. He's been good in the pocket for years, bro. Dallas run the table. Uh. Since he gives Joe a defense, they win in the AFC. No, they not. They not, bro. They not. Say a Friday night game, yeah. Black Friday. You gotta remember this is on Amazon Prime, Amazon Black Friday shopping. It's all you've seen the Uber Eats commercial where they talking about it's one big conspiracy to sell food and products. I mean, it's more than that, obviously, but obviously Black Friday football is in the name. Same way they sell like the Nickelodeon stuff with the or the Monsters Inc. with the Disney. 3 fumbles, yeah. 3 turnovers before halftime. Three. In the fourth quarter, turnover told me everything right there. Like, oh, it's over with. I mentioned before, once you turn the ball over in the fourth quarter, more times than not, you're not gonna win the game. That's like a clear sign that oh, you no, even if you tied and send to overtime, you're probably gonna lose. Do I see Rodgers retiring after this season? I think so. Black Friday game with two black quarterbacks. Meh, 1.5. What's up, Bronze? What's up, Pontiac? What's good with you? Got Washington beating Denver. Is that the Monday? Yeah, that is the Monday night football or Sunday night football. Yeah, I could see a crazy upset there. Besides, Denver been red hot too, so a lot of people be on Denver, so I could see it. Especially after Thursday, I could definitely see it. It's due time Georgia have a bad season like Bama. I wish, I wish, but no. Kirby Smart is for lack of a better term, he's really like the current Nick Saban, if you will, of college football. So not anytime soon. Bears make a deep run, possibly. Because if you notice with the Bears, they keep winning games in all of these different ways. It's not just one particular way they keep winning. It's multiple different facets of ways. Howard is the Steelers franchise QB. They better hope they get it right this time because Kenny Pickett was supposed to be the franchise QB when we saw how that turned out. Says you can't be at the 2 minute warning mark of the game with only 15 points and be taken serious. I don't care if it's the Legion Boom or the 85 Bears. What's up, Cactus Jack? Looked at the money line bets for the Bears Eagles game. 76% of the money was on the Eagles. Huh, 76. Philly. That's crazy. Bears lose the second round. Make Caleb throw off 35 times. So you watch football on mute? It depends on who's calling the game. If it's like Chris Collinsworth, I can't do it. If it's someone like a Mike Tirico, Gus Johnson, for sure, I enjoy watching the game. If it's college football, there's certain voices I'm used to hearing that I prefer hearing. If it's a woman calling a football game, it throws me off. Even if they call the game great, it really just throws me off. It's like hold up, because it makes me think I'm watching like softball or women's basketball or a sport with women in it. But when you know what I'm saying, it just throws me off. Tom Brady, he can kind of get annoying from time to time, and obviously Tony Romo, I can't stand him. Your nephew played with Pickett once. Said guy's complete ass of a quarterback. I know he got the small hands. That was the biggest knock. He got the little hands. Washington gonna spoil Philly and win one of those. Watch. If they're gonna open the door for Dallas, a lot of bad stuff gonna have to happen for sure to Philly. Imagine Cowboys keep winning, Philly lose some games. Dallas got a chance for the division. We've seen the Eagles collapse before, so That'd be hilarious for sure. Notice the Eagles are undefeated when the referee when what? Are you trying to say when Ed is the referee? Got the Michael Penix do go. So Tom Brady not the best quarterback Joe Montana is. It's the the mainstream pushing that narrative, ESPN, all the sports. Same thing they did with LeBron with the whole GOAT thing. It's like, is he though? Like, is he though? Even though they try to push it. Same thing. Same thing WWE's doing with John Cena. They calling him the GOAT. Which pro wrestling is extremely subjective about that. Was Cadell cooking up for his cash cow and the Chiefs? A disappointing end to a season. The Ravens done. Rodgers playing officially. So Steelers, you think about to go over. Dan Marino, the best QB. That's how I feel too, man. That's how I view it. You tell most people that obviously they're gonna bring up the whole ring debate. Oh, he didn't get any rings. Which we know. But just as an actual quarterback, that's who I got. Wouldn't it be interesting if Tua was the backup to Hurts? I wouldn't rule it out knowing the NFL and like the crazy funny scripts they like to do with things like that where things come full circle. I wouldn't doubt it. What's my Super Bowl dream matchup this season if I had to choose? Hmm. Obviously Baltimore and not Baltimore how they played last night for the AFC, and then for the NFC, hmm, team I know like put up a lot of points and just they're just an exciting team to watch. Seattle, they can be an exciting team to watch, especially if Jackson Smith and Jigma doing his thing. Rams, obviously that wouldn't be bad. Healthy Matt Stafford and shit, that'd be dope. If they was on the Lions, because you don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah, I'll say that the Ravens and the Lions. Obviously, with the Ravens winning. Don't you put that evil on me, Birds? You know I don't like LeBron. Tom Brady probably the GOAT because he was head and shoulders above everybody because during the most stack era. No, he wasn't. Here's the thing about Tom Brady. He was not the best quarterback. No, no. The thing about Tom Brady that I will give him credit for because that's super cap. That he the best passer. That's super cap. But the thing about him is he is the greatest game manager we have ever seen. That's what he is. The greatest game manager. Because there is nothing in Tom Brady's repertoire that you don't see coming. It's not like he's gonna truck you like a Josh Allen or a Cam Newton. It's not like he's gonna break your ankles like a Lamar Jackson. No, he's not fast. Is he accurate? Sure. But that's really all about it. All you know is he gonna surgically dink and dunk you. That's all he gonna do. And he might have a decent deep ball. That's it. And the main thing is the fact that when you down, really you not gonna be down. That's the thing about Tom Brady. He gonna keep you in the game every single time. Obviously the outlier, the 28-3, but more times than not, he will keep you in the game. More times than not, you're gonna be leading. That's what it is about Tom Brady. But as far as him just an overall quarterback, no. Brady utilized slot receivers the most. Facts. Them fast white slot receivers. He loved those. Because players have said it before. The moment you hit Tom Brady, he becomes an average quarterback. Think about that. All it takes is one solid hit, and he ain't say sack, just one solid hit where he just get the ball off just in the nick of time. Boom, he rattled. There you go. I'll say this: the conversation might be a little different about Brady if he had Randy Moss for a much longer period of time. Maybe this conversation might be a little different, but nah. What I say is the hardest position outside of quarterback. Oh yeah, cornerback for sure, especially now because you going against the rules, the refs, the receiver, the ball, obviously, quarterback. You got a lot of stuff you got to do. Michigan over Ohio State. I would love to see it. Make it 4 years in a row. Eagles are exciting to watch. Your favorite player, Saquon. When they play good, they are. When they selling, they not. They are super frustrating to watch. Just like Baltimore when they selling. AB going outside. He been going outside. A Rod must really love football because ain't no reason to risk CTE. He already got enough money. Peyton Manning was better than Brady for real. That's facts. Chiefs fans are mad because the refs ain't on their side no more. Brady was all yards after the catch and checkdowns. Kicker won 3 of those rings. Moss made Brady look better at his numbers with him. Obviously, I'm just saying if you add him had him on his team his whole career. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the highlights would be different. Maybe the perception might be a little different. We'd see more deep ball passes and things like that, like we saw when he did play for the Patriots versus a bunch of dink and dunk game winning field goals and things like that. So that's a lot of QBs when they get hit, they turn average. Mahomes, Daniel Jones, not Brett Favre, not him. They put a whole bounty on him. He was still balling out. Not Steve McNair. That man had like 8 injuries a year and was playing through it. It's too obvious from the Ravens cell. Yeah, it is. Especially when you got Derrick Henry as your running back. And you only give him the ball, say maybe 8 times in the game. It's like, what are y'all doing? Like, come on now. Y'all know you know the secret recipe. It's actually not even a secret. It's give Derrick Henry the ball a bunch. Just let him run. Eventually, one of those is gonna break through and it's gonna be a 50-yard run or a touchdown where he stiffs arms like 2 to 3 defenders. Was hitting a baseball the hardest thing to do in professional sports? That's up there. I would say, hmm. I put auto racing up there too. Like, sure, we all know how to drive and stuff, but auto racing because how precise you got to be and how small of a margin for error you really have to be to drive. Imagine going 180 miles per hour just this far away from the wall the whole way and not once scraping it. That's really hard to do, and to do that a bunch of times and do that next to other moving cars this close. No, I see how people drive on the road. I think that's the hardest thing to do because they don't have all the amenities and stuff the cars we drive have. They don't have Bluetooth. They don't even have air conditioning. So really, really factor that in. They don't have the little sensors that beep to let you know that people are on your left or on your right. No. So driving a race car, even if it is like Formula One, just imagine if that was the driving test to that you had to get in like a race car and make a lap around the course and not wreck. You know how many people wouldn't have a driver's license right now? You know, when Lamar's selling, he forgets how to run and does circles in the pocket exactly. Or he hangs the ball out so somebody can smack it down so he can fumble. If Randy had if Randy had Brady, no doubt over 200 TDs combined with them. That would be it would have been video game numbers like crazy. What's the easiest sport to rig? I say baseball. Both teams work together. And it's simple with errors and stuff you just mess up on routine stuff you've been practicing. Routine pop fly, act like you ain't see the ball. Or you couldn't locate it. And then act like you got the last second. Oh no. Oh, I missed it. Dang. And then fumble around with the ball to get a runner some time to get to the next base. Then finally, do your thing and throw the ball. How's your Joe Jacoby not in the Hall of Fame? 3 Super Bowls. Went to Dallas's Doomsday Giants front seven, the Eagles D line. I don't know. Does he have like some beef with somebody? Is there some politics going on? Because that sounds like a Hall of Fame resume. Has NIL helped or hurt college football? It's helped the players, but hurt the overall sport. Because now it's the wild, wild west. It's like now we talk about is Lane Kiffin gonna go to Miss or LSU or Florida? The season isn't even over. If we're talking about a coach of a team who's going to the college football playoffs, and we over here worried about the off season when the current season isn't even over with yet. We talking about Dylan Rayola entering the transfer portal. Nebraska season ain't even over with yet. The normal season ain't even over with yet. So there's that. On top of that, there's no regulation, and the calendar needs to be synced up so that this doesn't happen. It definitely has made it interesting in this fact that there's more teams now that you wouldn't expect to be good, like Vanderbilt, Texas Tech. It's more parity now, but the player moving all that, oh no, not that aspect. So the race car driving ain't lumped into athletic. It's literally a sport. You have to actually be in shape, dog. Like I don't really think you understand this. Race car drivers are in 150-degree vehicles. Like I don't know if you know what 150 degrees feels like, but imagine doing that for 4 hours and not passing out. You have to be in some type of shape. That's why you don't see obese race car drivers. They would probably have a heart attack. So I don't really know what you're talking about. Pickens is better than CD Lamb. Mm, the fact that CD Lamb attracts attention opens the door for Pickens. So I wouldn't really say that. As far as contested catches, yes. That man is the Debo of the NFL. To the NBA wants the Lakers in the finals. Yeah, I've been hearing that for the past few years. When LT mentions US's toughest competitor, that's all you need to know. And that is the GOAT, LT. Lawrence Taylor, that is. There's some stuff on Lamar at the moment. Your gut tells you Harbaugh is on his way out of Monk and becomes coach next year. He's selling more than usual. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't recall Todd Monken ever being an NFL head coach. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like it's one thing to be a coordinator, it's another thing to be a head coach. So I don't really know. Shanahan coaching his ass off this season. He not a bad coach. He just can't win the big one. That's why like being in the Niners position is so tough because like you got a good coach. You got one of the best coaches in the league, but you just can't get over the hump. And if you let him go, you only gonna go down and not up. Kind of like the Bills. As a Lakers fan, you already getting ready to get clapped first by the Nuggets or T Wolves or OKC. Exactly. Lakers is like the Cowboys. They just build up hype every year and just talk about them because they got LeBron, they got Luca, and make them the center of the storylines. If Niners were healthy, different outcome. If they was healthy, they might be the best team in the West, NFC West. That is. Tyler needs to be fired as coach. How the Lakers managed to get Luca? Speaking of which, I saw a video. I think it was on TikTok. Somebody did of who Damian Lillard dapped up after he hit that game-winning shot over Paul George, and it turned out to be Nico Harrison. I was like, that's crazy. No one knew who that was then, but now we know who it is. Cowboys to the Super Bowl? No, no, don't you get their hopes up like that. Mavs gonna beat the Lakers tonight in the trade matchup. The trade matchup. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on tonight, man. Let's see, you got War Games this weekend. WWE, AW had their Thanksgiving last. What's tonight? Friday. What they got something? I think they got something tonight too. But I know they had their Thanksgiving. Wait, tonight is Friday. Yeah, I think they got something tonight. I might be wrong. But anyway, you got SmackDown tonight, War Games this weekend, college football rivalry games, NFL, NBA with the little playing tournament, college basketball. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on. SGA is a good player, but bring '90s rules. No, he a good player. He just do too much. He do too much foul baiting. That's what annoys me. What city is SmackDown in tonight? I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember what was they Monday? Weren't they in New York, Madison Square Garden? Or no, wait, or was it Oklahoma? No, I think it was Oklahoma. Yeah, I think it was Oklahoma. I don't know. I just know SmackDown's ratings are like an all time low, all time low. So we will see. But anyway, man, my phone is about to die. I'm gonna get this last comment. I'm probably finna slide up out of here. If you ain't hit the like button, hit that like button. We got 27 people, 19 likes. Hit that like button. Abuse the like button if you will. NBA Cup is still trash. Worst commissioner of all time. Yeah, there's nothing, no new TV deals. None of that stuff's gonna save the stupid NBA Cup. I like the Amazon coverage though. I do enjoy that. It is refreshing with the NBC stuff, a little nostalgic. But I do miss the TNT. It's like they picked up college basketball, but dropped NBA. And most importantly, inside the NBA, which went to ESPN. What's good, Dale? What's up with you? So crazy all the underdogs hitting? Yeah, this is insane. Whoever made a parlay with all the underdogs, I know they eating good right now. The U.S. because he was on the Smoke Man. Joe Chandler knows a trend where if the city that hosts SmackDown has an NFL game that weekend, the home team wins. Interesting. I did not know that. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. I'll have to check and see. But yeah, man, I'm finna slide up out of here. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope everybody has a good holiday, good weekend. Y'all be safe. Spend time with your family and stuff.